Hello, it's Alicia with Ali.plans Cuteness, and I have an outgoing swap to share. So I participated in the All About the Bows, where you needed to create 4 packages with at least 4 bows each, and package them really nicely with bag toppers and cute containers, and then also add in a small store-bought items. So this is what I have come up with. I've got the bows in these 2 bags, so let's go ahead and look through them. So this bag here, this is I think a KS Craft die, and then I made a little tulle bow and put it on there. I use paper clips for a lot of things so that my swap partner can take them off and use them if she wants to. And then I put some tiny little gems, and then I also made this little ribbon tassel with different kinds of lace and ribbon. Again, this can just be taken off, and it's a little too long for the bag, but that's okay. It can be taken off, and I wonder if I do it like this. A little bit better, but still. It can be taken off and used. It has a key ring on it. And so let's look inside. Let's do one at a time. So I put a couple little crafty gifts in each one. So in this one, and that's just the inside. So in this one, I took one of those little bottles from Joann's, and I put a bunch of different little bow charms and beads, and some of the charms that I used was on this dangle that you'll see here. So I gave her this as a little bead mix. And then I also got these from Hobby Lobby, these die cuts. There's like bows and flowers and all kinds of related things that I thought went nicely with the theme. And so I'm gifting that to her as well. And then I just put, it's not really a full bag topper, but for a bag topper, I just paper clipped one of the bows that I made to the top. And then for the bows and the bag toppers, so this is one of the sets. So I made these bows where I inked the edges and put on the gems. And one thing that I did this time that I haven't really done in the past was just curling the tails, which I feel like just gives it such a cool dimensional look. So hopefully they don't get too smushed. Hopefully it stays that way. But that's one set. And then here's the little bag topper. I just took the ruffle die from, also from KS Crafts. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. That bang outside, I don't know what that was. I think it was a car backfiring. So anyway, I just got some, if you can't tell, I just got some KS Craft dies recently. I had a little shopping spree, so to speak, when I found out that all the prices were about to jump because of the tariffs. So one of the things I did not have was the ruffle, and I really like it. I didn't get both sizes. I got a small of one design and a large of the other. So I made this little ruffle, inked the sentiment to put on top, and then that is my first set. Here's my second set. Again, the bag topper. Oh, and this is just an oval cut out of vellum, like a scalloped oval, and then I just scored it and folded it in half to make the bag topper. Which I liked this because I've seen people use circles, which makes a lot of sense, but I feel like there's not a lot of space for these to come down and not cover the bows, so the oval was a little bit shorter. And then I made all of these vellum bows. So these are all different designs. So even like this little one, this little tiny guy. And again, a lot of these are flat. Some of these are flat, these ones and this one. But I tried to curl it just to give it some dimension. So that's these. So just a whole bunch of different shapes and sizes with the embellishments. And my partner said she likes shabby chic, so hopefully this suits her style. I'm definitely much more of brights and colors, but I had this collection. Oh, and I backed these just on cardstock from the collection. Some of them have like a cut apart on the back. Some of them just have, you know, the design, and I figured this is like a Cartabella collection, so it's a really nice thick paper. And so it works well, A, for backing the projects, but B, she can take these off. This just has like the little balloon stickers, so she should be able to take these off and use the paper. So use all the parts in her creations, and she has some paper that matches these bows. This is another set that I made. This is just two. These are just like a bonus one. So I took those, these are like the shaker bows from KS Crafts, and I layered them up, and again I curled the top layer, so you can see here that it gives it some dimension. So it was kind of like, it's like 4 of the cutouts for each of these bows. So I took the large bow and did the shaker frame kind of cut out, and then the smaller bow and the same thing, and then I edged them with Nuvo drops and then curled the top ones and put it on top with a little bit of foam just to help pop it up a bit more than the curling it. And so that's those two. Okay, and I'll probably seal these with just like the regular seal before I send them, but for now I'm clipping them so they get stuff in and out easily. So that's the first little package, and then the second package here, again I cut out this bag. I made a little tulle bow to put on it. I was kind of torn about decorating the bag because honestly I liked it. I don't know, the plain with the bow, obviously, it just looked kind of clean and simple, and I thought it actually looked good that way, but I felt like it was maybe a little too plain, so I put some of these vellum flower stickers on here just to jazz it up a little bit, but I didn't put a lot of like bling or anything, because I felt like this newspapery paper bag kind of look was good the way it was. And then I made another little thing to add on. So this is a little dangle. It's got a couple of flowers in here, and then lots of different little bows that I wire wrapped with different beads. Here's another flower. And then this is the charm at the end. So, and again, a lot of these beads are the ones that I also gave in the tube, in this thing here, so that my partner could make some other things as well. So I clipped that on there. Again, this can just come off. It's with a paper clip. There's a hook on it, so she can use that for whatever. And let's take these things out. I have a couple more little crafty gifts. So a lot of people have been hauling these from Hobby Lobby, all the bows, and so I got her a package of each of these stickers. They're really pretty. These are gems. These are kind of like 3D, a little bit clear, so hopefully she enjoys those. And then I made this little card, decorated the envelope. It's a pretty simple card. I just put some of the stickers from the collection and some gems. I'm so sorry. The doorbell just rang. We're just getting all the interruptions today. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that. It's probably a package or somebody trying to sell something. So this is the outside of the card, and then I just had this extra bow that I made that I didn't use for anything, so I'm just gonna stick it in there for her so she can use it, and then I'll write a little note. I'll probably put it on a separate piece of paper so that she can use this card again if she wants to. So that's the card. And again, there's the front. I just decorated with stickers. And then here are the rest of the bows that I made. So again, another bag topper. Same process for all of them. I did the ruffle with an ink sentiment on the top. And then these bows are vellum and the cardstock. So I made 4 of these, and these again are just different kind of shapes and styles to get a little bit of variety there. Okay, and then I have 2 more packages. So I made these. These are, again, just another little bonus, and they turned out so pretty. These are probably my favorite. So I took a bow die that was layered up, and again, I curled the tails. So I curled the bottom tails up and the top tails down to give it a little bit of dimension there. And then layered them and put that really pretty sparkly gem on top. So that's these. Oh, there's 2 cut aparts on the back of this one. So again, she can use those as she would like. And there's the bag topper. And here's the last package. So, oh, this bag topper is not folded over. It's on the outside. I'll have to fix that. So here's the bag topper. And then here are the bows. So for these ones, this I had before. I got the clover, words. I got the clover bow dies. Oh my goodness. And it's that same car just driving around in circles. There's so many interruptions in this video, but I do not want to re-record it, so I apologize in advance. But so here are these, but what I did, these are the clover bow dies, and so I cut off the top, which I've seen some other people do, but when I put it together, the inside, because this is double-sided paper, I just didn't like the colors that you could see through on the inside. It just didn't look right. So I took another kind of shimmer paper and cut them out. And I actually just cut individual, basically I cut off all the little individual hearts. So like one set would give me 6 little hearts. And I tucked them up inside. So I feel like it gives a nice little layered look. You can see it peeking around the edge. And then it also covers up that background that you could see. You can still kind of see it a little bit, but it covers up that background. So I feel like it just adds some dimension. So that was really fun. I think I'm going to do something like that again because I liked how that turned out with those extra hearts in the center. And there we go. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to wrap this up quickly before we have more crazy outside noises. My goodness. It's so hard for me to find a time to record when my kids aren't around and when things aren't crazy in the house. And of course, the time that I find, it's now crazy outside. So, again, I've got the 2 bags with the little dangles on them. And then I have these 6 packages of bows. So a couple bonus there. And the stickers and the die cuts and the little shakers. So, not shakers, beads. So hopefully my partner enjoys this. I hope this fits her shabby chic style. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.